You're listening to Off the Vine with Kaitlyn Bristowe.
Hey, Vinos, real quick, if you are listening right now, which obviously you are or you wouldn't be hearing this, can you hit the subscribe or follow button on whatever platform you're on? Please. That one simple thing helps more than you even realize. It allows me to keep growing on this podcast and making these episodes the best they can possibly be, obviously for you. That's the only favor I'm going to ever ask, okay? It truly means the world to me. Thank you. Now let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Vine. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Bristowe. This hat looks terrible on me. I don't want to talk about it. It's a cute hat, but
wait, what do you mean?
From the front, it don't look right, but from the side, it's like kind of cute.
I think it's really cute. Wait, do you have a tiny head?
Pretty normal size.
It looks like
the hat looks a little wide here.
Yeah, you still look adorable in it. I'm just like, if I'm like.
If
looking
you're
at
studying.
it. If I'm studying it, but like I thought the whole time, like she looks so cute in a hat.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I just did that thing. Now everyone's going to notice how awkward my hat is the whole time.
Now they're just going to start trolling it.
Damn it. Obviously, I have Hannah Brown here today, aka Hannah B, which that's what Bachelor people do. We go by our last initial. We are talking all about your time on the new, refreshed version of Bachelor in Paradise, what your role is, your new book that is coming out June 24th, and holy shit, you're getting married.
Holy Manoli.
You're like such a G-rated version. I'm like, holy and you're like in your little white dress all put together. I'm in my ripped jeans. I'm like, shit. And you're like,
yeah, in my white dress
moly.
and I probably blood on.
Oh, yeah. And she's on her period. So everybody enjoy our, of course, chaotic but beautiful conversation.
I'm just so tired and exhausted, and life is crazy right now.
I bet.
And I don't think I'm made for it. I think I'm made to like live in like the 1800s where
nice
men
treat you like shit.
What'd you say?
Where men treat you like shit.
Yes.
But you don't have to do much. Yeah.
But you're just like, everybo's like that. So you're just like, it's fine. I'm just going to read books and like take piano lessons.
That sounds cute.
And in a world, it sounds cute. It's probably not. That's right. I told Adam this today. I was like, there's no air condition, and it actually wasn't great, but there's just part of me that just wants to know my place.
Maybe you just have like an old soul.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just tired and just want to know that
I don't think any of us humans are meant to go at the speed we go. I think we're all doing too much. And anytime I do something that's like, especially for weeks and weeks in a row, when you're not in your home, you're not in your own place, you don't have your routine.
Yeah.
And
then just going straight into like more stuff, I'm just like.
Plus hormones.
I'm about to start my period.
Oh, God.
You can't tell.
Brave of you to wear a white dress.
It's going to happen any minute.
3, 2, wait, we're on the same schedule. We're synced up. I'm the same way. I'm waiting for it.
I'm just like, I can feel it.
Oh, the other day I had one of my worst meltdowns that I've had in a minute. And I actually was on the phone with somebody and I said, wow, that hasn't happened in like 8 years. That's growth.
Yeah.
That bad? Like I was like, wow.
That's my season of life right now too. I'm like, am I going to have to, do I need to start taking something stronger?
No.
I got up. We don't need to talk about this, but.
What? No, I upped my dose of my antidepressants.
I needed to up my doses.
It makes such a difference. There's such a balance too, because I remember upping it way too much where I was just like numb and I was like, great. Yeah. And then people were like, hello?
Well, I was so proud of myself because I got off my meds. For the first time. I know, so proud of myself. And then I had to call up a few weeks ago. I was like, about that. I'm so proud of myself and let's get back on it.
Well, you're planning a wedding. You filmed in Costa Rica. Yeah. You probably had to have the same fish tacos every day. Did I already say you're planning a wedding? This is also where my brain's at. Like, I feel like a combination of all of the things that you're doing, no shit, you're tired and having breakdowns and need to up your dosage. Yeah. You're doing a lot. It's like, isn't it one of those things like, be careful what you wish for? Because when times are slow, you're just like,
waiting for the next.
Yeah. And you're like, am I doing something wrong? I don't have anything going on. Not that you didn't. It's just like the slower times. And then you get so crazy busy and you're back to back to back and you go, okay, now I really want slow time.
Where's the medium?
There isn't.
I don't think there is one.
I don't think there is one, especially in our world, because it's like, it's unpredictable. Mm-hmm. I guess that's a lot of people's industry is unpredictable, but I do think that, are you type A
everything
person?
Kind of comes to get, like, it feels like it does like come in threes, like things that happen.
Yes, true.
So, right now it's like the Bachelor in Paradise, book, wedding, all like back to back.
And those are big things.
And very big things that, have a lot of emotions around them because they're, big parts of my of my life and took a lot of work, or they bring me back to times of my life and like coming into like a new chapter. So yeah, I'm just...
How are you giving yourself grace right now is my question. Like, what are you doing for yourself?
Taking anxiety medication.
Yeah, good. I'm like, and because that wouldn't be enough for me. I feel like I'm similar in that sense where I'm just like, I go too hard and I want that. I want to go hard in the paint, but then I'm like, I'm tired and grumpy and my life is falling apart because my mental health is in shambles.
Yeah, I was doing so well. Like when I got some of these opportunities, I was like, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm ready. And then there's really no way to prepare for it. So now we're just in it. And honestly, I'm so grateful for Adam because he's just really taking on the storm.
Really?
He really is. He's been so understanding and just there for me.
Wow.
Because I've been a crazy psychopath.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right, I'm going to cook us dinner. We're going to do this thing. I mean, therapy is so important, but because of just having a busier schedule, that hasn't been as much of like a priority, but I have tools in a toolbox and I'm like trying to grasp for them.
You're like, it's getting low. That's nice though that your fiance can be like a rock in those moments because who was it I think it was Brene Brown, and she's like, I don't like the 50-50. Like you have to meet each other where you're at. Like you might be at 20 and he needs to pull 80 right now.
That's definitely what it is right now.
That's cool.
I'm 14%.
My battery is at a 14% charge and it is going down.
And I'm like, so you have the rest. And he's like, okay. But he's doing it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Is he like taking on wedding planning and everything, or is that done?
Oh, it's not done. No, he has to sometimes. He has to I'm like, I can't answer this email. I need you to do it. I have like a wedding list to do, shared note with him that he's like, just put it on there. Aww. And I'll figure it out.
Bless.
But then I'm still like, I think you're asking my type A.
Yeah.
But then I still want it done a certain way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, thank you, but that wasn't right. So
that's fun. I don't know what I would be like in wedding planning. You'd think I would know, but I don't because I never actually got to that part where it's like I get so easily overwhelmed with details and little things, and I feel like those are the things that really matter at a wedding. It's like you pick the venue. It's like you have your guest list, but I feel like I would be so weird about the little things.
So same, but then you get to a point that you just have to say,
if I keep focusing on little things, I'm going to lose my noodle.
Exactly. Like, I hope that there's sweet little moments in my wedding, but at this point, it might just be a good time and we're all together. I mean, it's in France, so I'm just like, just taking the view.
Did you say it's in France?
Yes.
Oh my God. Which part are you not saying because you don't want?
South of France.
Oh, South of France.
Yes.
Great. God, where did you go for your bachelorette party?
30A. Like Florida.
Oh, I love 30A.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I love 30A. Okay, so South of France, have you been?
Yes, I love it. It's amazing. It's magical.
It really is. How big is your wedding?
It's not too big. I think we're like around 80 right now.
Great.
So yeah, it'll be really fun.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Anything to me under, I'm giving unsolicited advice, but like under 100, especially in a place like that, feels really like quaint and cute and perfect.
That's what I wanted. I feel like if I stayed here or did it like in Alabama, it would just... It already feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
I really think people should... I mean, hold on. Once I get done with the wedding, I'm probably going to be like, it was perfect. It was amazing.
You'll have different thoughts.
But right now, which I've heard from everyone at this stage, you're like, elope. Everyone should elope.
Yeah.
But I think having like the number that we have is going to be really sweet. My brother, when he got married, had around the same. And it was so awesome. And that's kind of where I realized like, oh, this like feels intimate, but also like enough people on the dance floor to where it still feels like a party.
And you can still like say hi to everybody and not like ruin your whole night by just trying to say hi to everybody.
Totally.
That's a good point. I like that number. I think it's good. What's the most stressful part of wedding planning?
That weddings are expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's shocking.
You put, it could be something completely different in the prices here, but then you put wedding on it and they jack the price up like by thousands.
I'm like, generational wealth sounds amazing.
Doesn't it?
It's right now. I'm like, like always, but like especially right now. I'm like, damn, you guys are so lucky.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the light's blinking.
Yeah. What does that mean?
That's a good thing.
So am I about to start the generational wealth in my family?
Maybe that
Blink
is
again.
It does mean that you're on the right path. That light behind you, it's blinking. Do you see?
Oh shit! I'm about to be a zillionaire.
It's like my thing, and I've never seen that light blink before. But at any time that I need a sign, I ask for blinking lights, like really clear blinking lights. And maybe that's your sign that yes, you are the start of the generational wealth.
Yes.
That's a hard job, though. And then everybody else gets to reap the benefits. Wait a second.
That's not exactly what I want, but I'll take it.
Yeah, budgeting for a wedding has got to be up there for stress,
just-
especially on relationships when money's already stressful on relationships.
Totally. Yeah. I just feel like people don't talk about it enough. And I feel like you see all these like Instagram weddings. And even like I know people will probably say that about our wedding. And it is not lost on me for any other brides. Like it is hard. Like budgeting and managing expectations. Like it's not fun when you're like, darn it. Okay, well.
Because it's hard. I feel like the
we'll do that.
dream would be to have, it would be so fun and romantic planning your wedding. But the reality of it is it's not.
I wouldn't say it's been my favorite part. But if I was spending my parents all their money, it'd probably be really fun.
That's true. Oh my gosh. Would you, so budgeting, and then are you and Adam the type that will be like, let's hold off on this conversation until therapy, or do you just hash it out, or like how do you two weather the storm together?
It's a little bit of a mix.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we will start the conversation and maybe we're like, okay, this isn't going the way that like we know it should go, and we'll bring it up again in therapy. But we also have I keep saying tools, but like things where it's like, okay, obviously that didn't go well. So we're going to like have a conversation about the elephant in the room and get to a place where like we both feel like regulated and feel supported. But yeah, I feel like we haven't gotten we haven't got really in any fights about wedding planning. It's just, we're like, dang, this is stressful. And managing a lot of like our own expectations, but just like everyone's expectations. It's a destination wedding that comes with more questions, and people it's just a lot.
How many bridesmaids are you having?
So I have 8 bridesmaids, and they've been awesome.
Yeah.
And he has 8 groomsmen. But yeah, they've been really great. But that's why we did like 30A was amazing, but it wasn't like, hey, we're also going to Mexico. Right. But we had the best time, and I wouldn't have changed.
That's where I think I want to do it.
It's amazing.
It's actually one of my favorite places because my best friend Kat and Worth, who you know, right? They have a place. Their parents have a place out there, and it's like when we go, I'm just like this. It feels like you've traveled to another place. Then it's like a 1.5 hour flight.
I haven't been in like over 10 years.
Oh, really?
To 30A.
Oh, yeah, it's magical.
And I was like, wait, this place is awesome.
Yeah.
And why have I not been back?
And it looks like you guys had a good time.
It was so fun. But like also mostly just like relaxing and me recouping, because I came straight from Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, you're like, I need a minute.
So it wasn't like a party.
Yeah.
Like we're not raging. We're like in our pajamas, giggling, ordering in. And it was perfect.
I mean, that's kind of, I feel like, how old are you?
30.
Oh, yeah, you're young, man. Damn.
Wait, how old are you?
I turned 40 this month.
This month?
Yes.
Wait, that's amazing. You're like,
yeah, it's really amazing. I have to get my fibroids taken out close to my birthday because that's the age.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be a whole thing. But
like you're on your uterus or whatever?
I keep making jokes about it being my 40th birthday gift to myself that I got boobs and my fibroids removed. But I'm like, I'm actually really
my mom
scared.
just got that done.
Her fibroids removed?
And she had how long was it? It was something. She had a huge multiple huge fibroids.
Do they know how long the longest one was? Mine's almost 4 centimeters.
Okay, it was 8 centimeters.
Holy shit.
I was going to say inches. I was like, I don't think that's right.
She's just walking around with like a lump on her.
But she had 2 big ones like that. But her stomach has gone down so much because of all the fibroids she had taken away.
And she feels my bloating will go
so much better.
Really?
She does feel so much better.
Like I heard it's going to...
But she got her ovaries taken away too. So.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not going to do that yet.
Yeah. No, not yet.
I am going to keep those for a hot minute. Just in case, see what happens. Yeah. But oh my gosh. Yeah, it's I'm a little nervous, but I know it's going to make me feel better.
Yeah,
and
you're
I'm
going to feel so much better.
I can't believe it's almost 4 centimeters. I'm like that. because I do have so much bloating, and my gynecologist was like, it'll help with that.
Can you give me your gynecologist number? Because I got to find one.
Honestly, this woman that I found in Nashville is unbelievable, because I'll give you her info after, because she was like, I was losing hair and getting sick to my stomach working for bigger companies that all they cared about was money. And she was like, I just didn't have it in me to do that. She started her own practice, and she like cares. She spent an hour with me just talking about
That's what I need.
My feelings and my hormones, like, and plans and what would make me feel more comfortable. Like,
I love that.
Yeah. So I'll give you her info, because that's, especially even just starting with that, because it just took like stress off just knowing she was so supportive.
Totally.
And maybe you need that, because stress around a wedding time too. Is there anything that we missed on, because I was following along on your Instagram, for the bachelorette party that didn't make it to the gram, that you're like, oh, if only that was documented.
No, I feel like, I mean, all my friends are like the sweetest, best people and like fun, but not like, they like knew exactly what I needed.
And
so
nice.
It was just truly like, we had a fun boat day, but mostly just like all like drinking high noons or like at the beach and hanging out. I guess all I wanted. And that's what I got.
Yeah. When you were picking the venue and location, how did you know what to do if you had never seen it before?
It was a challenge.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, like, I'm making this all about budget, but
it is. It's a big part of weddings.
But getting married in the States, venues are really expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
And then in the Europe, you can get venues for a little bit cheaper. But then, of course, the ones that I was looking at were not. But we found one.
They're like, well, Princess Diana did this here.
Exactly.
And you're like, shit.
I'm like, shit, that's what.
Yeah. That's you got to lay down, buddy. You're just a little bit manic. Can you just lay down?
He feels my energy.
Go lay down.
She's like,
mine too. Mine too. I'm PMSing too.
And I'm so hot as hell.
It's so hot in here. I know. It's the lights.
But it's the lights. I know. But I'm like, also because I'm probably going to start any second.
Why did you wear white? Did I already ask this?
No.
Or are you trying to get bride?
Yes, I guess. Well, because I said on my book tour, I'm going to wear all white the whole time. And I was like, cute. I guess this is talking about my book. So like, should I wear the white? But also I could bleed through this and onto your couch. So
hey, you know what?
Sorry.
I would forgive you because I would understand. I did a panel once and started my period on a white couch.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did when I was like 31. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anyone actually really noticed till I like mentioned it backstage. I was like, you might want to get like some Tide to go. It wasn't like a pool, but you know what?
That would be an issue if it wasn't.
Isn't it crazy though to be women and still have it be so unpredictable? And when you're like, I know it's coming, and then all of a sudden you bleed through something, and you're like,
This is why I'm asking about the gynecologist, because I have a lot of just like things going on down there. Like I have PCOS, and
same.
If I end up finding out I have a double uterus, and I also like don't get normal periods, so it's a full mystery whenever I start.
I forgot.
Yeah,
I saw that you got. How did you find out you have a double uterus?
Well, Dr. Ali Abadi, she was like, you have a double uterus, and I think you have endometriosis. Yeah, she just like really was the first one to be like, and your PCOS is like bad. And I was like, oh, great. So she like helped me so much. But now that I've moved to Nashville, I haven't really continued to figure out my options, because I think it was just too much at one time. Like, I'm not ready to have kids just yet, and I'm not going to add on another stressor into my life at this moment. But like, once I get married, it's like, we should figure out our options.
Yeah, because it's like everyone's probably like, you're young, you have so much time. But when that's you have two uteruses, I didn't even know that was a thing until I saw it from you.
Yeah, I didn't know it was fully a thing, but then it was so cool. Like, I just ended up talking about it for the first time. I've known for a while, not that long, but like a year or so. 2 years. Wow. I don't know what time is. But anyway, I've known for just a little bit. But like I said, I just was like, I'm not going to stress myself out about this. Yeah. Like, I've got my PCOS somewhat ish better. Then when I talked about it, not so many. I wouldn't say so many. That's
more than you thought.
There's a small amount of people who have a double uterus. Yeah. That is not normal.
Right.
But there were way more than I thought that like messaged me and was like, hey, like, I know it can be kind of weird and like you can be scared about it because it's not like the best for fertility.
Got it.
But like there were people who still were able to like naturally get pregnant, or they didn't, but they were still able to have somebody, or they had a surrogate, or they did. Like there were so many different experiences that people had that also are part of the double U community.
Yeah, double U community. Oh, you've got like a little community.
I just made that up, but I like it.
Well, I bet it'll stick, because I think that's like such an important part of finding out something scary is finding other people who could be like, here's a hopeful story. You're not alone. I think that's the best part of speaking your truth too.
Actually like so relieved, because I was like, oh, this seems scary. I don't want to even have to worry about it right now.
Right.
And then to hear people be like, oh, I also have this weird thing and I have 2 kids.
I know everyone is going to understand this moment that I'm going to talk about when you finally crawl into bed, turn off the lights, you try to fall asleep, but your brain's like, let's not. Let's just maybe replay awkward things that you've said and things that you need to do. And yeah, I do it too. But ever since I started sleeping on the Boll & Branch sheets, it is like my body knows it's time to relax. I swear. These sheets are so soft, like next level buttery soft, and they're made from the finest 100% organic cotton. I have signature hem sheet set, and from night one, I could literally feel the difference. And yes, they really do get softer with every wash. It's real. I've had them for years. I even brought them with me to a hotel once. I'm not kidding. I brought them with me to a hotel once because I didn't want to go to these scratchy backup sheets. Depends on the hotel, but that's how much I love them. They also have percale sheets, which are just cool and crisp and perfect for the summer. And best part, you can try them risk-free for 30 nights. You can wash them, you can sleep in them, get cozy, and if you don't love them, just send them on back. But honestly, you won't want to. Feel the difference an extraordinary night's sleep can make with Boll & Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/vine15. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/vine15 to save 15%. Exclusions apply. See site for details. Summer is full of those cameras out, smile moments. Weddings, beach days, nights out with friends, and if you're dealing with hair thinning or shedding, I see you, I feel you. It can be really hard to show up fully in those moments. That is why I started using Nutrafol years ago, because it does actually work. And it's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand for a reason. Nutrafol takes a whole body approach to hair health. So working from the inside out to support stronger, fuller hair over time. It's backed by real clinical studies and trusted by over 1.5 million people, including me. And what I love is that it's just not one of those one size fits all pill situations. Nutrafol has formulas designed specifically for where you're at, whether it's postpartum, menopause, stress, or just those why is so much of my hair in the drain again kind of days. And adding it into your routine is super easy, so no prescription needed, and it ships free. You can get one-on-one consults and a Headspace membership when you subscribe, which is absolutely the best. And this summer, stop worrying about your hair and start making memories. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off with your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code VINE. So find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code VINE. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. I told Kat I need to go to do another Pronuvo scan because I think something's wrong with my brain. And she was like, I think you just need to relax.
No, there's something wrong with my brain. And I did a brain mapping and there really is something wrong with my brain.
What is it? Because I also have a cyst on my brain.
Okay, you should do it's called
brain mapping. I've heard about this.
Well, it's not really called anything, but basically what they said about my brain is my brain is so overloaded that I'm on the verge of burnout or I'm coming out of burnout, and I'm like, which one is it? So your brain just like stops working because it's too tired.
I don't really have an excuse for that right now.
I don't know. That's not true. I think you live you don't really realize it's like at what speed you go.
That's true. And it's like, unless I am not actually grinding every single day, I think I'm doing something wrong. But like
your normal day is probably like what you have to hold.
I just don't know if that's good for podcasting, because I'm like, what kind of conversations am I going to have if I'm like, what did I just say? And then repeating myself and then not articulating properly is a struggle for me.
Totally. There's something. Let's go get our brain scans done together.
Okay. They're going to be like, Hannah, you are like too smart. You're doing Kaitlyn, perimenopause.
No. I've been thinking I'm in perimenopause.
Did your mom go through early menopause?
No.
Then it's genetic. Yeah.
I'm like, that would make sense.
You're just
Give me something.
You're just doing a lot. I also feel like weddings do. First of all, let me just say, weddings. I'm rewatching my season, or did, for the 10-year anniversary. Being back in the bubble of what is The Bachelor really brings up a lot for people.
Is that why you had your meltdown?
It honestly might have been. It was
just
like
opened something up.
It truly opened up something that did not feel good. And I was like, oh, but it would happen to me too when I went back for hosting, or if I go back for anything. It's just like I feel so exposed and vulnerable and weird, and like it brings up so much. Did that happen to you?
I do feel like it happened a little bit. Like, I had a wonderful experience and everyone was amazing, and I'm so glad to be able to be back in this new way. And I definitely felt that. I think it maybe just brought up some stuff, and also just being in it's like I'm on the other side, but being the Bachelorette, you're kind of on the other side, but not. I just had to keep reminding myself, like, I am not the drama. I am here to help and aid and assist, but this is not, this is a totally different experience. But yeah, I definitely felt that. I don't think anybody, except for people who have been the Bachelor or Bachelorette, really can understand it. Because I don't even think as like a cast member, as a contestant, it's a totally, like, that's a fun, I think that's freaking fun.
It's so fun. I had the time of my life.
It was amazing.
Yes.
The other side, there's just, it's so much pressure, and just, yeah, I definitely,
it's very isolating too. You're totally alone as much as you're surrounded by people.
And I did feel that a little bit at Bachelor in Paradise in a way. Like, Jesse and Wells are amazing. And it's a whole, like, all the producers that are there are new, except for like maybe like one or two.
Didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So I didn't really know anybody.
That, I feel like that's also a little nice, because it's not gonna, seeing the same people it puts you, it almost, you know how when you revert back to like a childlike self when you're fighting with your mom or something?
Yeah.
I feel like that happened to me seeing all the same producers. So maybe it's like a little clean slate.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. And maybe that's why I didn't have a full freak out. But I definitely like felt what you're saying of like, oh, I'm back in this world, and had some moments of like feeling isolated and like, wait, Hannah, like reminding myself, like, this is a totally different thing. You're a different version of yourself. You don't have to feel all those feelings. So
it's like, I say this all the time, but you know, the whole book and the whole thing around like your body keeps the score. I totally believe the smells, the people, the like cameras, the certain things, like it's all things that you have felt in your body that like you haven't released. So when you go back, there's some sort of trauma still in there, because I don't care what, again, you said like people can't really fully experience it, but even at the same time, I don't know what your experience was like.
Exactly.
But it's all so unique and hard in their own ways. And I saw a clip today and I was like, that's your only regret, is wearing a bun on your head? That's your only regret from the show?
It's not. It's just, it's the easiest one to touch. Okay.
I saw that. I was like scrolling today, and it was like,
Kaitlyn, you have to, biggest you regret? Understand, but we're not going there. So we'll go for the bun on the head.
You know how to dance around it to not get the headlines bringing up the shit that you don't want to deal with ever again. That's good.
But also, the bun wasn't the best choice, so it's.
I kind of liked the bun.
Oh, thanks, Kaitlyn.
I thought it was kind of chic.
Okay, we'll go with it.
It was like ballerina chic, and like I don't know.
I have a lot of hair, so it was just very there.
You do? I don't.
I don't. It's not a thing to complain about, but.
Yeah, but I'm like, I blame PCOS. I'm like, how do you have a lot of hair and PCOS? I feel like that's why I don't have a lot of hair.
I guess because like it
I also grow it everywhere else.
Well, same.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Do you laser hair removal? Because I booked my appointment for next.
No.
I gotta keep getting rid of this fake tan, because you can't have a tan with laser hair. But I also got to get rid of the beard.
But I don't. I have 2 black hairs that I have to watch that come up. Just 2 right now, but I have a lot of white ones. Don't worry.
Do you want to know something crazy? I'm not making this up. I probably have, and I'm not just saying this. Okay. I probably have 30 just right here.
You don't.
No, I swear to you. I'm not exaggerating. I probably have 30, and then it goes here, and it's here, and it's just getting worse and worse.
So you get laser there.
I get laser all over my face and neck. Like I'm not even joking.
When did that start?
Because over the last 30. 5 years.
So if I already have 2.
But what is I thought there was no cure for PCOS. So how did
There's not really a cure, but there's ways to manage it, I feel like.
Is it no sugar, no alcohol?
But that's why I'm saying it's better-ish.
Oh, I'll take the laser hair removal. And an occasional beard.
Yeah.
I just I'm like, I gotta do something about it every day. I can't believe you only have 2. You're like, I have 2. I'm like, I have 30
but you
here.
said that it just started 5 years ago. So
yeah,
talk to me in 5 years.
Well, spironolactone.
Yep, great.
That's something that. Yeah, I stopped doing it because I was like, do I really want to be taking spironolactone every day?
I know. I just try to stop all my medicines, as we know, but I should probably get back on them.
I went on a detour, but let's detour back to Bachelor because I want to know your reaction. I want to know your reaction.
We're talking about beards.
This is why I wouldn't. Like, people are like, why don't you do Paradise? I'm like, I'm holding out for the Golden Bachelorette. Hopefully then my PCOS, I'll be past menopause. I won't have a beard anymore. I'll be ready for round 2. But Paradise, I would just be like a hairy drowned rat, sweating at all time.
True.
Oh, I don't know. But
no, they would just like, it's cool to go back after a while because like people just like you, like that. They just like think you're awesome, and you're like, me. Thanks.
Yeah. What was your reaction when they asked you to do, and what exactly did?
I was shocked. I was like, where did this come from?
But what did they say? Because
Jesse like is the host, so
yes.
They never positioned it that way, and obviously like Wells has been the bartender for years. So when they called, it was a producer that I hadn't worked with closely, and so at first I was just like, oh, this is weird that somebody is calling me. But I was like, hey, like, what's up? How's life? Like, what's going on? They just were like, hey, we're doing Bachelor in Paradise again, but we're making some changes, and it's going to be the same Bachelor in Paradise that you know, but it's going to be different. And we're wanting to bring some new life to it, and really would love to have a female presence because we haven't had one on this show in a while. And so I was just like, okay, like me, like I felt like I was like just kind of shocked. Funny. Like I was like, okay, like me for real? Okay. And I just eventually was like, well, I kind of had that like trigger of like, oh no, what are they gonna? What is this actually? But I had some conversations with the new executive producer, and it just seems like it seemed like it would be something new and different, and I was like, I guess.
What exactly is it? Is it like a champagne? What?
Well, it's that is like part of what I do, but
tell us
I'm
what you
like
do.
the Paradise relations. So I basically do whatever I need to help facilitate, whether that's conversation or an experience for someone. But then we have like this champagne bar that, you know, starts off a rose ceremony, and I'm a bottle service girl.
A glorified Bachelor of Paradise bottle service girl with wisdom.
Yes. But I think it was also like a new role of like, they wanted, like the show was really trying to have there be another, like a female presence. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like they were trying to find ways to be able to add me in. So I definitely think it continued to evolve the whole time I was there.
I was actually going to say, I bet your role and what you felt from the start to the finish changed drastically.
Totally. Yeah. And I think for them too, like trying to make these changes to such a
well-oiled machine.
iconic, well-oiled machine of a show, you know, just figuring out how to make those changes to make it new and fresh, I think was a learning curve for everyone. And I was kind of one of those little experiments, but I was super glad to be there, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Yeah, because I think I felt that the show needed that. Without, I felt it when I was there. I was like, oh, this has a whole different vibe because, you know, Wells is the funny bartender, and he does have great advice, and he's Wells, and he's iconic. And then even Bachelorettes and Bachelors, like to have, even when the old past Bachelorettes would come in and talk to the girls, like it really does something for like a woman's soul to speak to another woman. And it's beneficial for men to speak to a woman.
Totally. Yeah. Like Wells is awesome and like brings his own energy to the show. And Jesse, you know, just kind of is the steering ship. Right. And so I am going to give different advice or in a different way than Wells is. We probably will have like some of the same opinions, but it's just going to be done a different way. And especially just with having Golden's there, and then also having so much go on. Like, I think it was really helpful to have, I hope helpful to be able to talk to me. Cause like, I was also new to this too. And I kind of stayed in the dark with some things to make sure like I felt like a safe place, because I truly was also, it felt like my first day at school. Like it really did. And I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out my path in this. And like I said, and also like you said, like at the end it became more clear, but it felt like I was in their shoes in a different way. But like, it's my first time for real at Paradise too. So we're figuring this out. And so it was really nice to be able to also like meet these people for the first time. I came in so fresh. Like, I didn't know anybody.
Yeah, you really like separated yourself for a minute and then came back in hot.
I did not know anyone.
What was it like having the Golden Bachelors and everyone mixed with the younger?
With them.
Aren't they amazing?
They're amazing.
I know.
I think people are going, and if some people were like, what the hell? Like,
well,
what
I was.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think you will be pleasantly surprised by like just how well it works and just the different energy that they bring. Yeah. And gosh, I feel like they just really do bring new life to the show and to the experience for not just them, the audience, but also for the young men and women. Like, they really
they
can
gave
help
me
them.
new life from watching them on the show. Like, I really did watch Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette feeling like a fool. Like, I can't believe I thought life was going to be like, I should be here. And they are literally living more exciting lives than me. Like,
totally. Like, they are so incredible. And the way that they just like handle themselves on the show, like they don't take themselves so seriously, but they're also so open to the experience and so grateful for it. And that's where the Goldens just like have it right.
Okay, as soon as these temps just start creeping up, I always get the itch to overhaul my summer wardrobe. And it feels like it's always something. Spring, summer, fall, Christmas, birthday. I'm just so overspending a ton on the trendy stuff. I got into it for a moment, but I'm like, nah, I got a couple staples and I'll only wear it probably once. So that's why I'm obsessed with Quince. Their pieces are timeless, so lightweight, and just way more elevated than anything else I've found at this price. I actually just grabbed a pair of their 100% European linen shorts and breezy linen dress, and both were under $50. It's unheard of with this kind of quality. I'll never forget shopping in New York with Worth, who has such high-end fashion, and he loves Quince for that reason, because it is high-end fashion with the not high-end fashion prices. Like, everything feels like it should cost triple what it does. The fit, the fabric, the finish, everything is chef's kiss. And Quince works directly with top artisans, so you can get that high-end look and feel without the markup. I've been living in their linen for travel days, brunch with the girls, even date nights. I said it. And if you're also doing that closet cleanse thing this summer, which we all do, their Italian leather platform sandals might be calling your name. So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/vine for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/vine to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/vine. Was there anything else that was new besides, obviously, you, the location? Otherwise, was it the same, the Goldens, but like same format? Or what can you tease?
I think people are going to be really surprised by the show.
Really?
Like, it feels completely different. And I don't think it's just the feeling. It's even just, it's a full new people putting it on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So it's bound to be different.
So it's bound to be different when it's not. I have my own relationships with the people who have done it in the past, and I have loved them. And obviously they did a wonderful show for years and years, but this is really cool to be a part of something new, and they just have a new lens of looking at things.
Were there couples where you're like, oh, I could have seen that coming? Like, will people predict the couples? Because I've seen some predictions out there. Or will people be shocked by couples? Do any of the Goldens hook up with the youngies?
Well, I can't answer any of that.
What? That'd be the perfect tease. If you said yes, I would for sure tune in.
It is a possibility.
Oh my God, it's a possibility.
Have you seen some of the women? And they're hot.
They are hot
and awesome. And
oh my God, I would love that, because men need an older woman sometimes,
right? They got some wisdom.
Cool.
Let me think about all. I think they're. I think that there'll be some surprise. I had to like think of everyone. It feels like forever ago, even though it wasn't that long. It was like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think people are going to be like excited, shocked by some couples, but I think the whole thing they're going to be shocked by. I'll just say that.
That's enough. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Is it July 7th? Is that when it starts?
July 7th. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, your new book.
Yes.
Let's talk about that because you're just talk about a machine.
What, this thing right here?
How did that get there? The 4 Engagement Rings of Sybil Rain, which I read the first one. This is a continuation of her story, right?
Love this one.
Really?
Caitlin. Yeah.
Tell me, I loved your first book so much.
The whole idea for these books started with this like group of women, best friends, and each of them is a part of me. And this part, Sybil, is probably the one that we have like that little likeness about us. Like she's so fun and can be the life of the party, but she also like can be make decisions, say things, do things that you're like, okay, we're right on. So how are you gonna get out of this one? What are you gonna do for this? But
that is literally me every day. I'm always like, how do I always get myself in trouble? And I don't, my intention is not to do that, but the impact I always have is just getting me in trouble. Okay, Sybil.
But she is such like this breath of fresh air, but also can really hold herself back. So the fun part of this book is it has that Forgetting Sarah Marshall vibe.
Cool.
Which like, I love that movie.
That's the best movie in the world.
And, she goes on this vacation for herself that actually was her would have been her honeymoon spot after about a year since running away from the altar, and then ends up getting there and runs into not one but 2 of her exes and her past, and has to really like navigate that in a fun, silly way, but also has to do some really upfront personal looks at her past. And the book is really about learning how to love yourself, to be able to accept the love that you deserve and that is right in front of you. And Sybil has a hard time with that because she just like can't get over the stories that she's told herself about herself and runs a lot. And so this is really a story about
Hannah
stepping
Brown.
into the love that we all deserve in life and finding that happily ever after. But that takes a lot of like working through your own shit.
Oh, does it ever? It really does. 'Cause that's not even a fiction book right there. That is real life.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize, like, I had the idea for this book when I had the idea for the first one. Like, I kind of knew what Sybil's story was going to be, that she was going to be, this girl who fully couldn't commit, that just like lived by the seat of her pants. But then it really, as I started writing it, started to become much more personal to me and like my own thoughts and feelings and fears that I've had when it's come to relationship and commitment and not feeling worthy. And it got more personal than I thought it was going to be. But there's something really cool about being able to share this in the season that I'm in now, and being able to find like love myself, but also like having people experience Sybil's beautiful love story that's looked a little bit different than she probably hoped for it. But isn't that most of us, our love stories look a little bit different than we thought they were going to?
They sure
do. But we
do.
still deserve it.
Yeah.
And we have to allow ourselves to have it. And she has to go on that journey. But it's like a very fun way to do it. And very entertaining for everyone to read.
Well, it's fun because I'm sure everybody who's going to read this has read the first one, which was so fun because you do feel a little, Sybil's obviously a little Hannah-esque.
Yes.
And there's some exes where I think you drew from some exes, but I don't know.
I don't really think
I think you said that on the podcast.
No, for the first one.
First book,
Emma's book, in the first book with Emma, there was, I feel like, relationships that I could draw off. But this one, I feel like maybe one of the male characters could be parts of Adam in a way, but it really wasn't much about the relationship. Like their vibes are not fully there when it comes to like relationships I can point to, but the experience of either that's feeling rejected or feeling misunderstood or not taken care of well. Like I've had that in relationships. And so that's part of the book.
We can edit this out if you want. I'm genuinely asking. I'm thinking back onto your season because to me, the person you chose, I was like, really? Do you think that was part of you like running from, and you're like, you knew that wouldn't work out in the long run and you just maybe felt like subconsciously didn't you know?
I have realized, have always had a bit of a commitment fear in everything in my life.
Yeah, same.
And
I do too.
I do think part of my decision processing in Bachelorette, like I wanted to leave halfway through.
Right.
I was like, I don't want to do this. And then you're kind of in it and you're doing it. And I think even the decisions I made subconsciously, like I knew weren't going to work. And so it kind of got me out of the thing that I was scared to do in the first place.
Yeah. That's why I ask.
Yeah.
Because hearing you say that, when, oh my gosh, I've done so much self-reflecting on what I need to do in relationships and how I need to show up for myself and for a partner. And I'm like, I have had commitment phobia and fears, but I've always wanted the commitment.
But then when it gets so close,
yes,
I'm
like,
tough.
Let's blow it up.
I think especially as a woman, it's kind of hard to say like, oh, I'm the one with the commitment. Because we always talk about the men having the commitment problems. And it's like, oh no, that's something I really struggle with for good reason. There's total reasons in my past that like, I don't have to get into right now, but like as to why there's fears around that. But I can choose, just like Sybil does in my book, to make decisions and to change and to be with somebody who will stick with me through that. And
I think that's the like hope too, is the love stories, like you said, don't always look like you think they're going to. And it's not about it being the safe option. It's about the love that you deserve that you don't know you do until later in life when you've done all the work on yourself.
Totally.
Luckily, you're getting that done early.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if, I guess 30 in the grand scheme of things is early, but it has been work. I think like I said, a lot of times, a lot of women are more like anxiously attached. I'm more like an avoidant. And
me too.
There's not many of us, and it can feel like sometimes you're like the bad guy in a way, and it can feel bad and like, why do I keep doing this in relationships? But like, there's a really good reason, and you can change and heal, and you just have to find somebody that will be there with you, which is also hard, but it's really great. They're out there.
You do need somebody that can like weather the storm with you, and that is what it is, a storm. Like that doesn't mean it's fun. That doesn't mean it's easy.
It's a storm.
It's a freaking storm.
Somebody asked me earlier, like, I'm like, Adam is the calm to my storm. It is not easy to be with me. I am not one of those like
me either.
Easy fun girls to be with. It's like, what are we getting every day?
It's so, I like think I am. And some days, some weeks, some months I am. And then you just never know.
Oh, I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I am not. I think there are moments where he's probably like, it's so awesome to be with you because of, I guess I can be awesome sometimes, but it's hard. I would not say it's easy.
It's also self-awareness is a really big thing in my opinion. And it's not like you're not doing anything. Like you constantly are looking into your hormones.
Yeah.
You're able to self-reflect and see what you need to do better. Like, it's not like you're just like, sorry, I'm tough to deal with, moving on. Like,
no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I'm booking a therapy session.
Yes. Hey, I feel very similar to you in a lot of ways, and that I do think a lot of times I'm like, I'm just so independent too, where I'm like, I would be really hard to be with right now in this phase of life too, because I am so like rooted here, and I've made up my mind, and I am not ever going to let someone hurt me again or trick me. And I'm this, and I'm like, that's something I need to let go of too.
Because I'm saying this as someone who has just had this session in therapy.
Yeah.
But isn't that like love? Is like loving somebody is giving them the opportunity to hurt you they're not going to if it's the right person, but like that's the part that's so hard when you're like, oh, I could do this on my own. It's like, well, that's the thing that is, of course, the thing that you're going to tell yourself to protect yourself.
Yes, and all I do is tell myself things to protect myself, because
because love
historically it's shown me that
hard.
That's what I should do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think Brene Brown talked about like vulnerability is all the like the scare. It's all the good things, which, you know, that's joy. That's, I can't think of any other ones, but like vulnerability is joy. Sometimes I like will forebode joy because I feel like I have to be vulnerable, but it's also like being scared and having the opportunity to be hurt and like being able to be loved. You have to be vulnerable, so you have to expose yourself to all those things.
Yeah.
And when you've been hurt and you felt, you're like, oh, never mind. But being with someone that's like, okay, you're okay, you can come out, you can be like safe, it's okay. Like,
that's what I need, patience. The patience of like cracking me open again.
That you need patience from a man.
Yeah.
Even Adam will say, just in our relationship, he's like, you are so hard on yourself, but you would have done this so differently like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And sometimes it feels like, gosh, I'm still freaking crazy, but you know, I was crazier.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I feel that so hard. A win is a win.
Yeah. A win is a win.
A win is a win. I saw something on social media and this girl said, you think you haven't grown? You think you're not getting somewhere? Would you trade places with who you were a year ago? And I went, huh? What?
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can people get your book everywhere where they can get books?
Yes.
Have you done the book tour? What is going on?
Yeah, we're doing a book tour. The book comes out June 24th. So if, you know, you can pre-order it before then, or you can come. I'm doing something here in Nashville on the 23rd.
Fun.
And then going out and going to be hitting a bunch of different cities. So you can check it out on my Instagram. I have all the information if you can come out. But yeah, the book is wherever you can buy books. I'm really excited about it. I think people
That's so cool. That's a huge deal.
Are going to love it. It's so cool. And it's cool to see, you know, I give out early copies to certain, you know, book talkers and things. And for them to like really love this book has been so fun to see. So,
and not even you evolving like as a woman, but as a writer too.
Totally.
Yeah.
I really pushed myself in this book. I think I really started to see like areas that I could improve on, and it made it tough. Like this book was like definitely a hard book for me to write. I'm so thankful for my co-author, Emily Larrabee, for also kind of going with me and working with me to get it to where I felt like it needed to be. And we both were like, we're going to make this even better if we can than the first one. And the first one was so amazing. And so I think we did that.
That's awesome.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah. You got a lot of good stuff going on. And it's like, you've gone through so much and you're finally in this new chapter of your life. Like 30s are so awesome.
I'm really excited.
And like it's just, it feels like, I always said 27 turnaround point, and then you start, and then now you're in your 30s and you're like on your second book, and now you're in a hosting role, and now you're getting married. And it's like, that's so cool.
It is cool. I'm very blessed.
Yes, you are.
And crazy.
Too blessed. I was too blessed to stress. Just kidding. You stress all the time because otherwise you're not Hannah Brown.
I don't think I know. One day, like, let's come back 5 years. I'm going to hopefully be like, oh, I would never say this now. But I'm like, I don't know what it's like not to be stressed.
I don't
know.
Honestly, depends on the day for me. It's really, I honestly am a different person every day. Like I'm still me always to my core.
I could see you having those moments of not being stressed. I think I'm a little bit more wound up than you are. Like, I stay a little bit tightly coiled up.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I just take a Xanax and have a glass of wine and say,
well, that's what I need to start doing.
Do not take advice from me. Do not take advice from me. I actually try not to do that anymore but it's a slippery slope, but it does feel nice.
I'm like, do you want to?
You want to go downstairs and do Xanax? Oh my God. Thank you for even taking the time to come here and do this. I love that you are in Nashville and we could do this.
I know, but we never see each other because we're always busy.
I know. Here's my hope for you. That you have the most beautiful wedding, that you are just so in the moment and you don't stress about anything and you just surrender to the day, and that your book goes #1, and that there's the relaunch of Bachelor in Paradise.
Can we make it flicker for that?
And a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Imagine.
Okay.
It has been blinking behind you though, and I do believe that to be a sign. Perfect. And that when that is all wrapped, you can just relax and like breathe and look at what you've done and accomplished.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Because my house also needs furniture, and I haven't bought a piece of furniture.
Well,
and then we'll get on to that.
Yes. Then it's house stuff. That's the fun stuff.
But that'll be so fun.
Yeah.
When everything else is like feels settled, and
Yes.
I've got to have that experience. So that's my hope too.
I'll be here to remind you.
Okay.
Not about the furniture, but about how proud you should be of yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I adore you, and you look beautiful. You're a vision in white, and
Thank you.
Now you can go sleep. Now, a sweet treat and a sleep.
No, because I'm doing, which
God.
this is great. I'm doing a therapy training after this.
What?
I know, but it's good. It's good.
What do you mean you're doing therapy training?
Not like it's just like my therapist makes these like tool like videos we can watch.
Oh.
So we're doing that.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
like Adam's making dinner and we're gonna like watch this video
that's
together.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were like training to be a therapist, and you had a video that you needed to like get through tonight. Like, I was like, you're insane.
I love that you think I could be a therapist.
I was like, that's really cool, but slow the down. My God. Okay, well, you've got a lot going on, but watch your video, enjoy dinner, and
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah, I can't wait to see photos of your wedding. When is it again?
It is at the end of July.
Holy shit.
No, it's like here.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to happen fast.
Yeah.